Yep, so why is the truck on blocks? We didn't do so good last night getting home from work. Wah, wah. No cool engine noises. We didn't exactly make it home. Oh man, so what are we doing under here? You can see the MagnaFlow exhaust we put in comes up here. But that's not what the problem is. The problem is up in there. We blew the freeze plug out of the block on the way home from work.
The seats are comfy.
Oh. All right, so we are going to try replacing that freeze plug, and I'm going to use a rubber one. So you stick these in the hole dry, no lube, crank down on the nut, expands the rubber, seals it up. All right, so there's our hole. We shove this guy up here in the drill, knock all the goobers off of it, and then wherever my lost part went, this guy is going to get shoved in there, and we'll see if it gets fixed. It's in. That took almost 10 seconds. For the record, it's 1 3/4 expandable to 1 7/8.
Oh, crap.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I don't know.
I can see that.
Oh, crap.
I did confirm that rearmost cylinder has a monster exhaust leak. And if you can see that T-fitting we put in there, we put that T-fitting in there to run vacuum over to the vacuum booster, and I just don't have very good vacuum signal. So while I'm not going to upgrade the 2-barrel monster carburetor on there, I am going to throw in a carb spacer that I picked up off of the internet, which is this guy here. All of $15 on eBay. Now, one thing I should say, I love hard fuel line. I think it looks awesome. It's that professional touch when it snakes down and around everything. But when you just need to move the carburetor out of the way, what a pain in the butt. It's a rough day guarding the pipes. I guess you can't really see this, but there's a technique called double nutting. You put one nut on the stud, put another nut on the stud, you tighten them together so they're locked on there, and then you can back the stud out. So that's what we've got to do to these intake manifold studs, because we need longer ones. Yeah, just do chop one. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Double nut action. Dun, dun, dun. Presto, changeo. Stop saying that. Left unattended, this is what the children do. What are you doing, Jonathan?
I'm too high right now. I think this is where
Let yourself down.
This is where airplanes are, and then I'm all the way up here.
When you do vacuum brakes, vacuum should really go to intake vacuum, but for PVC, PVC should really go under the bottom of the carburetor. And the reason for that is if your engine's got a lot of blow-by, it could actually be weakening that signal or weakening that air fuel mixture that goes to that one cylinder. So swapping this out, we should get a more consistent vacuum signal to our vacuum brake booster, which is what I'm hoping. And then at the same time, should have less issues, maybe a little bit smoother run. Gas line hooked up,
Correct.
3 vacuum lines,
Yeah.
carburetor bolted down.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
Sorry, run! Yay!
All right.
Yay!
Ah. It's a little bouncy. Slushy run.
Yay! Yay!
All right, so you're gonna have to pay attention really close. Only those most observant will be able to pick up on what's wrong with the truck. It's subtle. Well, normally it starts. Anything wrong? Both sides. Well, head gasket time. This was only funny afterwards. I could have killed them for messing with my phone. Why are we not happy? Can you see that? Look what happens when you hit the gap. If this is a blown head gasket, oh, that still looks like water. You'll sometimes see an oily mess in there, and please, it's definitely steamy hot, but it hasn't turned, looks a little milk chocolatey, but when that turns to jello, and when that turns to jello and starts to turn into a big giant white milkshake, you see you've got a real serious problem. Not that I don't have a serious problem, but I'm betting it needs a head gasket. So it begins. Just like that, it's done. So everything is here. Parts, pieces. Try to lay them all out so you can kind of keep track of everything. What's the best way to learn bolt sizes? Make your kids sort them. Nice job, Jonathan. Alright, so there's what a head gasket looks like, and right there you can see that. You can see the material removed. That would be a head gasket failure. So what are we gonna do? A few bucks for head gaskets, bolt her all back together again, and hopefully she's back on the road. Oh my gosh. So Jonathan, want to take the Sprite today? Oof, turn that down. You want to take the Sprite today? Loud muffler and all. I don't know if you can see my breath. 37 degrees. Just did 80 miles an hour down the freeway for the last 10 miles. Oh my lord.
It is cold.
Hey, it's a loud exhaust tunnel. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
So there's a clean freeze plug. See how nice and clean it is in there? And there's the one that I figured I was going to pull out anyways. Let's see if I can get this out of there. All right in my face. Ew. Look at that. That is some grossness. All right, so behind the freeze plugs, this is the stuff that was in there. Look at that. 50 years of grime, rust, buildup, water deposits, who knows. Mid-project, always good idea to do a redneck radiator flush. To get a freeze plug out, one of these, you've got to hit it right on the edge and kind of flip it sideways so then you can pop it out. But it's really hard to get a hammer in there. So here's my discovery, my homemade tool. If you use one of these, and I blunted the end on it, and you just push it up in there, 2 seconds. No hammering, one-handed operation. Yeah! So, you just missed the part with a lot of swearing. I was just putting the intake manifold on, got it all gooed up, gaskets in, distributor in, torquing down the head with a torque wrench, snapped a bolt off in the intake, coming back apart. Bolt snapped off above the intake surface, so we'll see if we can't get this extracted, clean all the gaskets off, clean the intake off, do it all over again. Lovely. Anyways, you can see where it nicked down a little bit, and that's where it snapped off. thankfully came out with just vice grips. Back to work. Woo! Inside joke, don't forget to put these in. Just saying, just in case that ever happens to you. Not that it happened to me, but happened to a friend of mine. This episode of Make It Last Garage is brought to you by Farm Truck Mirrors. Farm Truck Mirrors. So big, you can't get it out of the garage. Alright, we're at the gas station with the boys and put gas in here. And, of course, first time I ever filled it up. Gas everywhere in the interior. Leaking out around the seal, which has seen better days. Those right here. And look at that thing is about done. That's about done. I am talking to myself with a camera.
Oh.
And let's see. Well, that is freaking awesome. You could tell this was done, but if I can get this out without dropping it. What the beep? I mean, what the bleep? That is a bic. Really? Previous owner, whoever you are, a bic. Well, we have more work to do besides replacing the gasket. I can already tell that my friends are going to be saying, Ford, fix or repair daily. Yep, towed home again, acting like it ran out of fuel, so failure's not a destination, just a great story to tell, so I'm pretty sure it's either just a bad fuel pump or maybe the pickup or something is clogged up. We did see the Zippo lighter in the back, so yeah, I don't know. We'll get her fixed. Moving on. Looks like I only have half a truck today. Woo, what's happening? Looking good. Just pulled off the freeway, and I don't know if you could tell I'm covered in bleh, but yeah. So driving along, getting my confidence up, and I was going a little fast, and apparently my vents were plugged up with gunk because all that stuff shot out of those old vent holes at about 100 miles an hour and covered me with blech. It's everywhere. In my hair. Woo! Joys of loving an old car. Just didn't see that. Just bumped my head with the battery. Anyways. I started already and then I figured, I should really camera this. Anyways. So, Goodguys coming up. Last thing of prep. Goodguys coming up. Dad, thanks. He picked up this trailer hitch. So we're going to build a hidden hitch. This one, I don't know what it's off of, but it was only $10. We're going to narrow it, bring these in to about here. And the depth and everything should be good, right? So, whoop. See what it looks like. Back. All right, there we go. Whoop. That's cut off. Now all we got to do is cut some circles. Dad and Kona are out there working on the 41, doing oil change, and here's what the trailer hitch looks like. All right, here we are, Goodguys. Truck successfully made it. Jonathan seems to be liking the Jonathan seems to be liking the bed of the pickup truck. But good day in the sun, not a cloud in the sky. King of the mountain! King of the mountain! Those that remember this pickup truck, it won the burnout competition before, but who's hiding behind there? Our very own Derek. Hammer the Chevelle. Woo, that coupe ever loud.
Mesa, Arizona. Give them a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what this Chevelle, ever so Broadway Chevelle can do. And
All right, Derek.
here we go. Like what you see, make some noise. Here we go.
Come on, Derek!
Not yet. Someone needs to hold that quarter panel.
Burnout competition and Derek got defeated, but I think it means we've got a project coming up. We should put more power in this thing. Yeah!
You should not pass!
Love attitude like that. Hi, Jonathan. Lazy kids. Fine day, good guys. Sea of cars. Jonathan, I know it's hot out in the sun, but you don't need to be underneath the truck. Here's a trick pick. This coupe is awesome, but what really makes it is that exhaust bypass system. Island through good guys. Trevor, you're so funny. Pretty sweet. F100 has not let me down today. SVO Turbo. Watching the cars leave here at Goodguys. Someone is a little bit tired. Someone's a little tired. Go, Jonathan. Go. Go, 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 go. Longest fry in the world. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh! Breakage. Some sunsets. Oh my gosh. Some sunsets are nicer than others. Except for when Jonathan and Trevor are here and the ripsticks. Thanks for the butt shot. I don't know. What do you do at the end of the long day? Make fun of the kids. Oh, what was that? Were you mooning me? You guys. Oh! Nobody wants to see those blue underwear.
Wait,
What?
what?
What? Woo! We're driving along on the freeway, and yeah, boom! Another one of those big dust balls came through the vents. So we're complaining about that, and look what's looping in there. It's just continuously shaking stuff loose. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear this. It's a little loud in here, but we're having fun. Well, that was a heck of a successful weekend. I wonder what we should work on next. Oh, I don't know. Something comes to mind.